Hey guys, Josh from Working Man Reads. I want to thank all the new subscribers and all the comments that I get every time. Thank you for dropping by if you're new. Today, I'm going to just go over some of the little channel updates real quick before I get into a tag. But every time I upload a video going forward, I'm going to give a shout out to a newish booktuber and link their channel down below and hopefully help them out. I'll probably just do the ones that I obviously sub to and enjoy their content. Today will be Paul at The Reader, and most of us know Paul, but if you don't, go check him out. It's going to be The Reader, and it's all capitalized, but I'll link it down below to make it easy. Also, I'm going to link a video that I watched earlier today that, honestly, if it's not why you're on BookTube, I don't know what is, but shout out to Richard over at AreYouIntoHorror. He actually had a subscriber reach out to him and basically express that Richard made an impact in whatever small way that we can here on BookTube in this young man's life. And man, that really hit me in the feels. So I'd like to also extend the olive branch to anybody that may need somebody to talk to, or if you ever just want to reach out, I'll make sure my email's in the about section in my channel, and I'm here. Check out that video because it touched my heart. And today I'm going to do an original tag by my buddy Ramsey at Rajathon, and it is the I Want to Believe book tag. And it was a reading challenge. I failed the reading challenge, hard body, but we're here doing the tag today, and I'm excited. He's a big X-Files fan. I'm not going to lie, Ramsey, I've never watched it. I'm so sorry. But I did watch some Trekkie stuff. I'm a Trekkie a little bit, not into it that much. And Star Wars, obviously. I'm more of a fantasy fan. But yeah, so please check out Rajathon's channel. Here we go. Pilot, a great beginning to a series or trilogy. Now that's going to be Red Rising. I read this recently by Pierce Brown. I really enjoyed it. I think there's more to come. Like I said in my review, I think that there's more world building that's happening in the second novel. So shout out to Pierce Brown for that, because that was lacking in the first book. And yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. Squeeze, Tombs. Was my favorite monster in the series. What is your favorite monster in a book? So I read it as Monster Book. So I picked out Patrick Rothfuss, The Name of the Wind, because it's a big A book. And yeah, so I picked that. But I'd say my favorite monster in a book? Oh, that's difficult, man. Yeah, I haven't found it yet. I like werewolves, and I like real vampires, like the real ones, not the sparkly ones from Twilight. But I like real vampire stories. So I'd say traditional, like Dracula maybe. All right, the Erlenmeyer Flask, butchered it. The one where they find a baby alien. What is your favorite sci-fi you have ever read? Well, that's probably going to be. I was a toss-up, so I grabbed two. So first of all, I found this at a Goodwill, Ramsey. I know you'll probably be appreciative. But it's one of the original Boris, what's his name? Boris Vallejo, maybe, the illustrator. But I've been trying to collect as many of his illustrations as I can. I hope that is a good thing. But yeah, Edgar Rice Burroughs is great sci-fi. And I just really dig these old OG covers from like the 80s or 70s. And yeah, so I'd say like John Carter of Mars. I also like Dune by Frank Herbert. They're doing a remake of the movie, and yeah, I'm a big fan. I actually collected all of the Dune books that are out. Oh no, they just released more prequel books, but I do have, yeah, like the whole collection. I haven't read all of them, but I do have them, because why not? You got to collect, right? And then we got Clyde Buckman's Final Repose. This is the only episode that won an Emmy. Wow, I didn't know that. What is your favorite book? Well, that's difficult. So I just went, Ramsey, this one's for you. I went with my grandmother's Bible, and I lost my grandmother in a house fire. She was a reverend, a preacher for like her entire life, and this is actually her real Bible. There's even notes in it, and yeah, it's probably my most prized book. Shout out to Grandma. So there's that. We have, all right, Jose Chung's From Outer Space, a funny abduction episode. I cannot read, which is ironic. This is a booktube channel and I cannot read. What is the funniest book you have read? I'm going to say, I don't really read comedies or anything like that, but I'm going to say Meg, because there's a certain part in the book that I laughed out loud. And if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. I just despised one of the characters, and they were eaten by a shark, and I enjoyed it. So, what does that mean about me? We'll never know, you know. Home. This episode was very disturbing and was never re-aired on TV. What is the most disturbing thing you have ever read? That's gonna be... I had it in my head, but I did lose it. So, what the heck was I gonna read? Well, we're gonna move on. The most disturbing thing I ever read. Oh, I remember. So there's a certain Carlton Melnick III novel that I read on my Kindle, and there was a certain scene, and it was almost like a sci-fi horror, and this gentleman, he had relations with an alien person thing, and he basically got like a disease from this creature, and the graphic description of the next 5 to 10 pages was horrific. So yeah, that man can write some stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if you haven't read, it's bizarre. It's bizarre stuff, but that's kind of why you read it. All right, so Postmodern Prominence. This is the black and white Frankenstein style episode. That's cool. What is your favorite classic book? I'm gonna say I haven't really read many classics, but I did enjoy One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I read The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway. For Whom the Bell Tolls I've read. And Sense and Sensibility might qualify. So those are probably the 4. And I would say One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was pretty good. I can't speak right now, but that one was really good. And plus, I like the movie because I'm a Jack Nicholson fan. So we have number 8. In this episode, Mulder kills a vampire, or he thinks he does, and then tells the story all in flashbacks. What is your favorite way they use flashbacks in a story? I picked, this is actually for a different one, but I did enjoy how in Bearskin they went back to how he got to where he is. So it is good if it builds the overarching plot, I would say. But if it really pulls you out of the narrative that you're in then, I'm not a big fan of flashbacks. So, I don't know. And they're difficult to write. When I was writing a short story, and my wife's like, you can't have flashbacks in a short story. And I was like, you're right. But what if I made it longer, and then it's almost like a novelette? So they're hard. They're not easy. And if you pull them off, they work. And if you don't, they suck. So there you go. That's how I feel about it. Drive. A man jumps into Mulder's car. I'm assuming that's a character from the show. Kurt. And they speed through the entire episode. What book have you read that is a non-stop ride? I'm going to say probably Bearskin. That's what I picked it for. Or Red Rising. I flew through these things. And Meg I also flew through. Pretty much, if I read it pretty quick, then they're a non-stop ride. So, Melancholy. This episode, a book becomes reality when the author writes it. What is a book setting you would never want to go to? And that's why I pulled this book out. Just anything this man writes. I don't want to be there. I like reading it. I like reading what Carlton Millick the third writes. But that man, you know what? I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna say, as he is a wonderful author because his brain works like nobody else. I think for him to write some of the things he writes and the settings that he writes, he's very smart, and he's got like a following. So check out his stuff. I enjoy it. I read a lot of his stuff. I haven't reviewed it all on the channel because I don't really ever know what to say. When you finish one of his novels, you are left with a lot of questions. So, bonus question. I hope the Smoking Man is in this one. 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies. That's awesome. What is your favorite side character in a book? And that I'm going to have to say... I'm going to say I like Legolas, Gimli, and pretty much every character other than Frodo from The Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I'm trying to remember, is the Bare Naked Ladies from Buffalo, or is it, oh my god, is it the Bare Naked Ladies? My brain doesn't work today. Let's look it up. This is already a long video, so there ain't no chance in hell anybody's still watching this, but let's see. No, they're not from Buffalo. Who the heck's from Buffalo? This is Prime BookTube video right here. Goo Goo Dolls. The Goo Goo Dolls are from Buffalo. Yeah. So there you go. Goo Goo Dolls from Buffalo. Yeah, Broadway is actually Broadway downtown in Buffalo. Broadway is dark tonight. Used to be. Broadway is dark tonight. All right. Thank you, Ramsey. I'm doing so good. Thank you.